to the last Create with Kayanna. Today I have a really cool project. It is how to make your very own screen print. This is one of my favorite art forms, so I'm super excited to share a nice DIY version of it with you. So first off, things that you need. You need some kind of a frame. You can use an embroidery hoop. You can take the canvas off of an old canvas and use that wooden frame. You could use an old picture frame as long as it's wood or something you can staple to. Okay, so any kind of little frame. You're also going to need some kind of fabric. A sheer fabric is best, so something you can kind of see through. Even like a really thin pillowcase, or people have used stockings. Try and pick something that's not super stretchy. So if you're going to do stockings or something like that, do some that are worn out and that don't have a lot of stretch left in them. Then we're also going to need a paper to sketch out our design. You're going to need an old gift card or expired card of some kind because we're going to use it as a squeegee. You're going to need a paintbrush or two. You're going to need a stapler and staples. You're going to need some packing tape. You're going to need scissors to cut your fabric. You're going to need white glue or Mod Podge or interior like latex paint. And then you need either fabric paint or a multi-surface craft paint. And of course you need something to print on, so a blank t-shirt or sweater, or you can do these on paper as well if you want to make like cards out of them or something like that. So yeah, those are the things that you need. Okay, so to get started, the first thing that I want to do is I want to make my screen. So to make my screen for screen printing, I want to stretch this fabric over my screen as tightly as I can. So first off, you want to cut your piece of fabric just slightly larger than your frame like I have here. So I'm going to start on either edge here. And I like to fold my screen once on the ends like this, and that's where I'm going to staple it. Alright, so first staple there. And then I want to pull it nice and tight so there's no wrinkles in the middle here. Fold my other edge as well. Pull that one nice and tight. And if you have a friend to help you, this goes way easier. So I did those two opposite sides. Now I'm going to do opposite sides over here. So I'm kind of making like a cross. Kids get an adult to help with this part. Alright, and now basically I just want to work my way from these middle parts out. And I kind of like to do a few on the sides and then go back and do a few on the ends. And I just want to go kind of inch by inch, still rolling, pulling, and stapling. Alright, and the corners, I don't want to pull super tight. And I just kind of want to like pinch it up like this and staple it like that. So I don't want to pull this really tight because that's how you'll get a rip in the corner there. And there you have it, a nice stretched screen. So it's nice and tight in the middle here. You'll see like all of the wrinkles in the fabric kind of disappeared. There's not a lot of wrinkles left. And that is ready for us to use to make our print. We're going to move on to creating a design. The best thing to do for doing ones by hand like this is to make your design pretty simple and have like large blocks of either black or white and not like super fine lines. So the first step is to just plan your design on paper. So I have my design sketched out here. Now I basically want to go and I want to color in all the parts that I want colored in the final design. So I'm going to go and I'm going to like color this basically in black and white. So everything that I want to be black, I'm going to color really dark, and everything that I don't, I'm going to color, or I'm going to leave light. So here's my finished drawing. Alright, so once I have my design ready to go, now I want to paint my design onto my screen. Just trace it using a pencil onto your screen. Make sure you're using a dull pencil so you don't poke any holes in your screen. Okay, so I've got everything traced onto my screen. You can kind of see it there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this guy close by because this paper one's going to be kind of my guide on where I'm going with stuff. I'm going to grab some paintbrushes and my glue. And basically what I want to do is everywhere that's white, so everything that's white in this picture here, I want to paint with glue. And I'm actually going to just prop this up so it's not right on the table. If you paint right on a table or something like that, you have a greater chance of this getting stuck. Right, and I just want to go with a nice, thin, even coat of glue. Alright, so once you've painted everything that you want to stay white, you're going to want to double check it. So a good way is like check is to like hold it up to a light, and if you can see little pinpoints of light through your glue, that means that there's kind of little spots that got missed. So the best way to make sure that you've got a really, really good stencil is to flip it over and just paint the back with glue as well. I'm gonna let this dry and come back and then we can print it. So it's all painted and dry and ready to go. I'm also just going to tape my frame. This is just gonna make it easier to clean up after. So I'm gonna take packing tape. I'm gonna tape it just so it touches the screen and then comes up the side like this. What this is gonna do is it's gonna make it way easier to clean up ink because ink's not gonna like squish underneath. Now ink can't get between the screen and the frame because there's that little tape barrier. Alright, so now that my frame is nice and taped, it's time to get printed. Alright, so I have my shirt laid out here and I have a board inside of it because as you can see my shirt has some holes in it. So if you've got a really thin shirt, the ink might go through. So you'll want to put something inside of it like a piece of cardboard just to make sure that it doesn't go through to the other side. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my stencil where I want it. I want mine to go in the middle. And I want to make sure this is nice and flat. So I want to feel around and make sure I don't have any like wrinkles or anything underneath here. It's nice and flat. Now you can do prints that just have one color, but I thought it would be cool to do a multicolor. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put different colors of ink in different spots so that different parts turn out different colors. So I'm going to start in the middle on the flirty, and I want him to be, I'm going to make it like a sparkly gold. So I've got like a sparkly and a gold. Alright, so I'm just going to lay out a bead of ink up here. Sparkly is more fun. Mix some sparkle in it. Okay, and I'm going to be very careful not to move this. I want this to stay nice and sturdy and centered where it is. I just want to scrape the paint all the way through. So I'm going to use the side of my card here. Alright, so I got all the yellow parts scraped through. I think those look pretty good. Alright, now I want to work pretty quickly here. So I'm just going to like scrape off my card. I want to do the trees in green. So I'm going to lay out some green at the bottom of the trees. And scrape that through. Perfect. Okay, got the trees, and then I want this sun up here. Nice, bright red. And ta-da! And there you have it, a nice little screen print based on your picture. You'll want to let this dry, and then you can also put it through the dryer first and then through the wash so that your design stays, and you can wear it and enjoy it. And that's about it, and then you're ready to, once you've dried your creation, you're ready to wear it. So thanks so much for joining me for my little video series. Hope you learned something or tried something new, or at the very least saw something cool. If you want to learn more about screen printing, come and check out the art center when we're open. We have a really cool screen printing setup here. And yeah, see you all later.